Hello student, welcome to my official YouTube channel Mathematics All Level by Akib Khan. And today we will be discussing the paper 4MA1 oblique 2H. And this paper was conducted in the month of November, on 7th November, and this is high tier paper 2H Mathematics A. And this video is just created for the educational and instructional purpose. So the copyright belong to the Pearson Edexcel examination, and my sole purpose of publishing this video is to solve the question and explain the solution and the marking scheme as per the requirement, not to reproduce the question paper or to publish the question paper. So let's start. Okay, the first point question, they have told that that point P is having certain coordinates and point Q is having certain coordinates. So we need to find the midpoint in that case. So this is our, for example, this is our straight line and M is the midpoint. So this is M. Okay. So what will be the coordinate of the midpoint? So obviously, since it is the midpoint, so it means it will be the average of the coordinates here. So this will be nearly equal to 6, means the x coordinate, and the y coordinate will be 10. So the coordinate of M will be 6, 10. Okay students, so this is how we need to solve it. Since it is the midpoint, so it is not a big deal for us, and we'll move ahead with the next part. And for this method you'll get M1 and accuracy is A1, so you'll be scoring M1 and A1. Now let's discuss the second question. Solve the simultaneous equation. They have given us two equations here, and we need to show the clear algebraic working. See, many ways are there: substitution, eliminations. So we'll solve it with the easiest way possible, that is the elimination way. We can see here, students, that the coefficient of y is 1 and the sign of y in both the equations are different. Okay, first the coefficient is same for y and the sign of y is different. So what we need to do was we just need to add these equations. Let's suppose this is our equation number 1, this is our equation number 2. We just need to add these equations. So what we'll get after adding it, so 5x plus of 3x will be equals to 8x, and since here it is plus y and negative y, it will get cancelled out. Okay, and here on the right hand side we'll get 20. Okay, so from here we can say that x, value of x will be 20 upon 8. Okay, which will be equals to 5 by 2. Okay, so the value of x is 5 by 2. Now we can plug this value of x in any of the equation and we can get the value. So let's suppose we are plugging this value of x in equation number 1. So value of x in equation number 1. So what will get 5 cross of x? X was 5 by 2 plus of y equals to 11. Okay, so from here we'll get y equals to, this part will be 25 by 2, so it will be equals to 11 negative of 25 by 2, which will be equals to 22 negative of 25 upon 2, which will be equals to negative of 3 by 2. Okay, so what we can see here, that value of x will be equals to 5 by 2 and y will be equal to negative of 3 by 2. Okay, this is our solution for this question. Okay, so this is the easiest way possible. Otherwise, what we can do, even we can make the coefficient means of x equals, or we can even substitute, means we can substitute the value of equation from equation 1 and in equation number 2, then also we'll get the same solution. Okay students, so let's move ahead, and for this method you will get M1 and for the accuracy you will get A1. Okay, so this is how they used to mark the questions. Now let's move ahead. Okay, they have given question that 9 red bricks are there, 43 blue bricks are there and some yellow bricks. So let's suppose that yellow bricks, let's say that x number of yellow bricks are there. So x numbers of yellow bricks are there. Okay. Now again in the question they have told that 7 by 20 of the bricks are yellow bricks. Okay. So if I say how many number of yellow bricks are possible, yeah, means, or we can say that how many number of yellow bricks are present in overall bricks. So total bricks will be equals to 9 plus of 43 plus of x. Okay. So it will be equals to 52 plus of x. Okay. This will be the total bricks. And number of yellow bricks we have supposed it as x. Okay. So now according to the question that 7 by 20 of the bricks are yellow bricks. So means x by 52 by plus of x will be equals to 7 by 20. Okay. They both will be equal because as per the question it is mentioned that 7 by 20 of the bricks are yellow bricks. What we need to do will be just cross multiplying it. We'll be getting 20x equals to 7 cross of 52, 7 cross of 52 plus of x. So we'll get 20x equals to 364 plus of 7x. From here we'll get 13x equals to 364. So the value of x we are getting here is 28. Okay. So the value of x is 28. So we have got the number of yellow bricks, that is 28, students. Now in the question again in the second part, means it is not a second part, it is in the continuation. So what we'll get, they have said that each brick weighs 35 grams. So work out the total weight of the yellow bricks. We need to see that what will be the weight of the yellow bricks. So it's very easy. Since we have find the value of x, that is 28, and it is the number of yellow bricks, so we need to just multiply here to find the number of weight possible here. So 28 cross of 35 grams. Okay students, so what we are getting here, 28 cross of 35, I think 980 grams we are getting. Okay students, so for this approach you will get M1, and for this accuracy you will score A1, and same for the method which we have applied, M1 and A1 will be possible. Okay, M1 and A1 will be possible. You will be scoring, not possible, you will be scoring for 980 grams. Okay students, let's move ahead. Now in the next question they have told that they have given three similar quadrilaterals. Work out the length of JK. Okay, we know the similarity conditions, students, that if the figures are similar in nature, it means their side will be proportional. So if their sides are proportional, so we can say AB upon EF will be equals to EF upon JI. Similarly, AB upon EF will be equals to EF by JI, or and this is also one of the case. Okay, see students, since the figures are similar, so what we'll do, we'll see AB will be AB upon EF will be equals to BC upon FG. Okay, we'll not go with this one. Okay, this will create a confusion, so I'm not opting for this one. I'm opting a different method. See, AB upon EF will be equals to, since all the quadrilaterals are similar, so their side will also be proportional in nature. So AB upon EF will be equals to BC upon FG. So let's plug in the value here. So 28 upon EF will be 7 and BC will be 60 upon FG. Fg will be, we don't know the value of Fg, so we'll be writing it as Fg only. So from here we get 7 4 times 28, and Fg we are getting it as 15. Yeah, Fg we are getting it as 15. So we will write the value here, student, 50. Okay. Now in this and this figure, students, this and this quadrilateral, let's name this. This is our first quadrilateral. This is our second quadrilateral. This is our third quadrilateral. So in this quadrilateral, in second and third quadrilateral, in second and third quadrilateral, students, we can say Fg upon Jk will be equals to Gh upon KL. Okay, we need to plug in the values. So Fg is 15 upon Jk is the unknown, and Gh is 18, and KL is 6. So we'll get 6 crore. 3 times 18 and 3 5. So Jk will be equals to 5. Okay, students, 5 centimeters. So this is our solution. So the main theme of this question was to find the Jk. So this is 5 centimeters, students, which is our solution. If the two figures are similar in nature, so it means that their side will be proportional. So AB by EF will be equals to EF by JI. Similarly, BC by FG will be similar to FG by JK. This is also one of the method which I have not done. And this is also one of the method if I'm just taking the two quadrilaterals and their side are proportional in nature. So for the first and second quadrilateral, this was the thing. This is what we have applied. Okay. So again, you will get here for this approach and all, you will get M1 here, and for accuracy you will be scoring A1. Okay. So this is how we need to solve this question, students. So let's move ahead. Yeah. On in fact question, student, they have told that a person is selling 75 ice creams. On Saturday, he sells 87 ice creams. Work out the percentage increase in the number of ice creams what is sell from Friday to Saturday. Okay, the final value of the ice cream sold on Saturday was 87. Negative of 75 was sold on Friday upon the base value, which was 75, cross of 100. So this is the percentage increased. Okay. Either if we need to calculate percentage increase or we need to calculate percentage decrease. So what will be the approach? Approach is very simple. Final value negative of initial value upon initial value cross of 100. Okay, this is learning. Final value cross negative initial value upon initial value cross of 100. It's very easy. So from here we can calculate the value of 87 negative of 75 upon 75 cross of 100. So here we'll be getting 3, here we'll be getting 4, and on the upside we'll be getting 12. So nearly 16% will be the answer. I'll write it here for you. 12 by 3 cross of 4. 3 4s are 12, and that will be equals to 16% of increment. 16% of increase will be in the number, increase is there in the number of ice creams. So, okay. For this, you will be securing M1 marks for this approach, and for this A1 will be, you will be getting here for this approach, for this accuracy level. Now, in the second part, okay, In the second part, see students, the first part and second parts are independent in nature. So they both are not dependent on each other. Okay, so we'll be moving ahead with the second part. See, in this they have told that Claudia buys an ice cream machine for 960 Swiss francs. The value of the ice cream machine depreciates by 20% each year. Work out the value of the ice cream machine at the end of 3 years. So I'll be choosing the different color here because I'm solving the second part. This is our first part. So the value of this ice cream is getting depreciated by 20% each year. So the 960 Swiss franc was the original value. Okay, 960 was the Swiss francs was the original value. Now every year it gets depreciated by 20%. So it means 960 negative of 20% of 960 will be the amount after first year. Okay, students, that will be equals to, we need to calculate here, students. So 960 negative of 20%. Wait a sec, I'll be doing it right now. 768. This is the amount after first year. Okay, students, this is the amount after first year. Okay. In the second part, in the second year, what will be the amount? Amount after second year, same process, 760 negative of 20% of 760. This will be the amount after second year, students. Okay, because the machine is getting depreciated by 20%. So for every calculation, for every value, we'll be taking the depreciation of 20%. So after the final value, this was the value after the first year, 768. So we need to calculate for this value only. So 768 negative of 20 cross of 20% of 768, not 60, it's 768. So again, what we need to do, I'll be calculating it here for you. So we are getting 614.4 Swiss franc. Now similarly, amount after third year. Now this will be considered as the base value. So it will be 614.4 negative of 20% of 614.4. This will be the amount after third year, which we are getting as 491.52. Okay, students, so 491.52 Swiss franc will be the amount after the third year. Okay, students, so this is how we need to solve it. For this, again, this is the method. M1 you will be scoring, and for the accuracy you will be scoring A1. Okay, since they both are independent in nature, so this is how you will be scoring it. Okay, let's move ahead. In the sixth question, they have told that there are means there is a certain big circle is given, and in that circle, three identical small circles are present. So let's do it. The circumference of the large circle is 160 centimeter. Okay, students. So we know what is the formula of circumference. It is equals to 2 pi capital R. Let's suppose that the radius of this bigger circle is capital R. Okay, I'll be writing it here for you. Radii of the bigger circle is capital R. So 2 pi R will be equals to 160. 2R cross of pi will be equals to 160. 2R equals to 160 by pi. Why I am doing this so? Why I am taking 2R equals to 160 pi? Okay, means many of the students will be calculating it, but we need not to calculate it because we know that diameter of the circle will be equals to 2 times of radius. So here we can say that diameter will be equals to 160 upon pi. Okay, both are correct. Why I am taking the concept of diameter, students? See, okay, now you can feel it, you can see it that on joining the centers of the circle AOB, it is forming a diameter of the bigger circle. You can see here, students. Okay, so it is forming a diameter of a bigger circle. So if I say that for circle A, let's say that all the circles are identical in nature. So if I say this is the radius of a smaller circle A, so how many radius are needed to make the diameter of a larger circle? So we can see here that R plus R, 6 times R, 6 times of R will be equals to capital D. Okay, and again 6 times of R is equals to 160 by pi. Okay, from here we can say that value of R will be equals to 160 by 6 cross of pi. So it will be equals to 80 by 3 pi. Okay, now they have asked us to work out the area of one smaller circle. Now we have got the radius of a smaller circle, students. So area of the smaller circle will be equals to pi r square. So we'll be getting pi cross of r, that is 80 by 3 pi cross of 80 by 3 pi. We are just plugging the value of r here. So this pi and this pi got cancelled. On calculating it, we are getting 80 cross of 80, that will be equals to 6400 upon 9 pi. Okay, so we are getting the value as 6400 divided by 9 divided by 3.14 equals to 226.46. Okay, so 226.46 centimeter square will be the solution. For this method you will be scoring M1, and for this accuracy you will be scoring A1. Okay, so now M1 you will be getting for this part, and for this part you will be scoring DM1 because it is dependent on the mark 1, on the first method which we have which we have solved. Now let's move ahead. In the second part, it's very easy for us, that is factorization of a number. So we need to factorize this, student. So let's solve it. Yeah, it's x square plus of 2x negative of 48. Taking the prime factorization of 48, here we'll be getting 2 times of, again 2 times of, yeah, yeah. So we can see here that on prime factorizing it, we are getting 2 cross of 2 cross of 2 cross of 2 cross of 3. So we can write this, the middle term, as square plus of 8x negative of 6x negative of 48. So taking x common here, we'll be getting x plus of 8 negative of 6 common here. So in the bracket we'll be getting x plus of 8 again. In the whole expression, x plus 8 is common, so x plus of 8 cross of x negative of 6 is the factorization. Now in the second part, they have told to solve this value. So just we need to do x plus of 8 cross of x negative 6 is equals to 0. From here, what we'll be getting, x equals to negative of 8 and x equals to 6. So both of the values will be possible for this case, students. Okay, so this is how we need to solve for m1, and this for this you'll be getting a1. Okay, so this is the value 6 and -8. Now let's move ahead that we need to write 5.76 cross of 10 power 4 as an ordinary number. So as an ordinary number, so it's very easy. 5.76 10 times 10 power 4 will be equals to 10,000 obviously. So just we need to multiply it and write. So on multiplying it we are getting 57600. This is how we need to write. Now in the next part they have asked to write, give your answer in standard form. So on the numerator portion, student, we can take 10 power 3 as common. So in the numerator we'll be left out with 3 cross of 10 power 2 plus of 8 1. In the denominator parts, let it be 4 cross of 10 negative 10 raised to the power -2. Okay, applying the law of exponent here, students, law of exponent here in this part. So we'll be getting here, students, 10 power 3 negative of 2. In the bracket it will be 308 on 4. Okay, on calculating it further we are getting 77. So we are getting the value as 77 cross of 10 raised to the power 5. Since they have asked us to write in a standard form, so it will be 7.7 cross of 10 to the power 6. Okay, students. So this is the solution for this question. Again, same process, M1 and A1 you will be scoring here. Now let's move to the next part. Yeah. So Mark has 3 bags, bag A, B and C. And bag A contain 120 counters. And the probability of taking at random a red counter from bag A is 0.45. Similarly, probability of taking at random a red counter from bag B is 0.3. So for the first part, student C. So probability of taking at random a red counter from bag A is 0.45. So if I say how you will calculate the number of red counters in bag A, I'll be writing it here. Number of red counters in bag A will be equals to 0.45 cross of 120. 0.45 cross of 120. So this is equals to 54. Okay. Since probability of getting a red counter from a bag A is 0.45. So we'll be multiplying the probability with the total number of the counters present in the bag A. So this will gives us the number of red counter. Same goes for this process bag B as well. So number of red counters in bag B will be equals to 0.3 cross off. Now here the bag B contains 80 counters. So we'll be multiplying it with 80. So it will be equals to 24. So 24 number of red counters are there in bag B. Bag C is empty. Mark put all the counters from bag A and bag B into bag C. Okay. Now he puts all the counter from bag A and bag B to bag C. So all the counters. Okay. So the total number of counter will be equals to total number of counters in bag C will be equals to 120 plus of 80. That will be equals to 200. Okay. In the question they have asked us to work out the probability that he takes a red counter. Okay, we have calculated the red counters in bag A and red counters in bag B. So total number of red counters in bag C will be equals to 54 plus of 24, that will be equals to 78. Now we need to take out the probability of a red counter. So probability of red counter will be equals to the favorable outcomes upon sample space, means total number of the counters, that is 200. So on calculating it, we'll be getting 39 by 100. Okay, so even you can leave it here or you can write it as 0.39. Okay, so this is how we need to calculate it, student. Okay, so let's move to the next question. On the number line, represent the inequality W is less than 1. See, it is written W is less than 1. Means 1 is not included. So we can directly represent it as like this. Okay. Since 1 is not included here, in case if it is given that W is less than or equal to 1, so that exclusion side will be replaced with that inclusion side, that is this. Okay, I have told you in many of the videos before also. Now in the second part, the region R shown shaded in the diagram is bounded by 3 straight lines. Okay, students, so let's say I'll be taking different color here, students. Yeah, for this line, if I say the x element here is 0, so y equals to 4. Okay, now we need to see that what is the portion here. I've just written the y equals to 4, means that equation of the line I have written. Don't get confused. Okay, since it is below the shaded region is below this y equals to 4, so we'll be writing it for this region. Y will be, for this region, students, y will be less than or equal to 4. Okay, because 4 is also included in that region. Now let's come to this line. For this line, student, this line, what will be the equation? It will be very simple, that x will be equals to -3. So for explanation, I'm writing it here, x equals to -3. Now we need to see it is on the right hand side or on the left hand side. So we can see here that it is on the right hand side. So for this, the equation will be, see, the region on the right hand side is will be, x will be greater than or equal to -3 for this region. Now comes the main part. Okay, see, for this line, student, what will be the equation? I'm just writing it for you. This is the equation of that line. Okay, not discussing about the region. Now x is equals to y is the equation of that line, of this line, which is going from here. It is on upside or it is on downside. So we can say here that it is on the upper side. It is on the upper side. It is on the upper side. So what will be the equation for this region, student? For this region, the equation will be y will be greater than or equal to x. So write down the 3 inequalities that define the region R. So the final solution for this question will be, first will be x is greater than or equal to -3. Second will be y less than or equal to 4. Third will be y greater than or equal to x. Okay, so this is the final solution of this question. Okay, let's move ahead. In the diagram, they have given us a certain right angle triangle, and we need to calculate the area of a triangle. So let's do it. Yeah, since we know that it is even given on the introductory pages of the question, also question paper, area of triangle is given by half base cross of height. So area of triangle they have already given 240 and half, base is 30 here, and height is AC here, so we need to calculate it. So we'll be getting, so AC we are getting as 16 centimeters. Okay, work out the perimeter of the triangle. So AC we are getting as 16. Since it is a right angle triangle, so we'll be applying the Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem. Why we are applying Pythagoras theorem here? Yeah, because we need to find the perimeter. For perimeter, BC is missing. So BC square means hypotenuse square will be equals to EB square plus of AC square adjacent square plus of base square. So BC square we are not aware of. BC square we need to calculate. AB square will be 30 whole square plus of AC square will be 16 whole square. So we are getting BC square as equals to 900 plus of 256. Okay, so it will be equals to 651,156. So that will be equals to student BC square. So on calculating the square root of 1156, we are getting BC equals to 34. Okay, so BC will be equals to 34 centimeter. Now we need to calculate the perimeter of a triangle ABC. For this perimeter will be AC plus of AB plus of BC. Sum of all the sides, that will be 16 plus of 30 plus of 34, that will be equals to 80 centimeter. Okay, students. So perimeter we have calculated 80 centimeter. Same process we'll be getting. For method we'll be scoring M1, and for accuracy we'll be scoring A1. Okay, students, let's move ahead on the 12th question. Yeah, complete the table of values for y equals to 1 by 2 x plus of 4 by x. So okay, it's easier for us. We just need to plug in the value of x in y. So if we are plugging x equals to 1, so we'll be getting y equals to 1 by 2. On plugging value of x equals to 1, so I'll be writing here x equals to 1. So we will be getting 1 plus of 4, that will be equals to 2.5. So we are getting 2.5. For this, what will be the value? On x equals to 2, y will be equals to 1 by 2. 2 plus of 4 by 2. On calculating it, we are getting 2. So the value of y will be 2. Draw the graph of, okay, from 0.5 x belonging from 0.5 to 6. So we can see here, students, they have given the region which is mentioned in the question, 0.5 to 0.6. To 6, not 0.6, it is 6. So on 0.5, y will be 4.25. So on 0.5, this is 0.5 and y is 4.25. So 4.25, this is where the value will come. We'll plot the value one by one. On x equals to 1, we are getting y equals to 2.5. So we'll be getting this value here. Okay. On x2, we are getting y2. So 2, here's value. On x3, value is 2.17. x3 value is 2.17, somewhat little bit here, about 2. On x4, we are getting 2.5, again here. And on x5, we are getting 2.9, so below 3 means here. And on x6, we are getting 3.33, so it means it will be somewhat here. Okay, so for drawing the graph, it's easier for us. Just we need to match the lines here, students. this is how our graph will look. Okay, this is how our graph. This is how our graph will look, students. Yeah. So this is how this our graph will look. Now let's move to the next part, that is the 13 questions, and we need to simplify fully. So okay. Okay. So 125 x raised to the power 6 upon y raised to the power 15 raised to whole power 2 by 3. How this could be written? Okay. We can write 125 as 5 whole cube cross of x raised to the power 6, let it be, and here y raised to the power 15. On the power, it will be 2 cross of 1 by 3. I'm just, for explanation, I'm doing like this. We can write it as 2 cross of 1 by 3. So if I take 1 by 3 power inside the bracket, so what will left out with? So since there is third power on 5, so it will get cancelled out and we'll get 5. Okay. And for x, we'll be getting 2. For y, we'll be getting y raised to the power 5. And since we have taken the third root in the bracket, and we are left out with the square on the whole bracket. So here we'll be getting 5x square by y raised to the power 5. On squaring, it will be getting 5x square cross of 5x square upon y raised to the power 5 cross of y raised to the power 5. That will be getting as 25x raised to the power 4 upon y raised to the power 10. This is our final solution. Now in the second part, they have told us that given that 4 raised to the power n is equals to 4 raised to the power m is upon 64 raised to the power p. I'll opt for different color here. So 4 raised to the power n is equals to 4 raised to the power m. Now how 64 could be written? It could be written as 4 raised to the power 3 raised to the power p. Means this 64 we can write it as 4 raised to the power 3. So on 4 raised to the power n is equals to 4 raised to the power m upon 4 raised to the power 3p. The power will get multiplied. So what will be left out here? We will be applying the laws of exponent in the right hand side. So on the left hand side, we'll be getting 4 raised to the power n. On the right hand side, we are applying laws of exponent. So 4m negative of 3p. So from here, we can say the bases are same on both the sides. So the power exponents will also be same. So the value expressed in n in terms of m and p. So we can say here that n will be equals to m negative of 3p. Okay, students. So this is how we'll be getting the mark. For this method, you'll be scoring m1, and for this accuracy, you'll be scoring e1. Okay, so in this 14th question, students, they have told us, they have given the cumulative frequency of an 40 plants. So n is 40 here, so n by 2 will be 20. So we need to see that for cumulative frequency 20, what is the data for the height? So we just need to draw a perpendicular line from this data from the observed point on the x-axis. So it is coming out to be 27. So 27 centimeter is the median height. Now in the question, they have asked us to find an estimate of the interquartile range of the heights. So Q1 will be equals to 1 by 4 cross of 40, which will be equals to 10. And Q3 will be equals to 3 by 4 cross of 40, which will be equals to 30. So for this 10, if I say, so what will be the same process? What will be the, yeah, so it is coming somewhere near this part. So we can say it is roughly 19 centimeter for this data. And for 3 by 4, for 30, if I say, so for 30, we need to do like this again. So it is coming out to be, if I'm not mistaken, so Yeah, see, so this is the middle point, so you can say it is nearly 35 centimeter. So what will be the interquartile range? So IQR is given by Q3 negative of Q1. So for Q3 it was 35 negative of 19, that will be equals to 16. Okay, so interquartile range is 16. Now in the next part, student, they have told total money need to be calculated for the plant greater than 40 centimeter from here to greater than 40 centimeter, and data is selling them for the 30 euro each. So this is the data for which we are looking for. So we just need to see that where what will be the cumulative frequency. So it is somewhere this part, if I say. So this is the uh, data. This is the point. So if I say, so it is nearly equals to 34, not 35. You can say you just need to draw a line on this curve. So it is nearly 34 and greater than 40. So this 60 will be here because 60 is the last point. So it is, for this it is, we can see clearly it is given, it is 40. So the data from 34 to 40, this is the number of the plants which is between 40 to 60. So for the total money, what we need to see, total money, number of plants will be 40 negative of 34, which will be equals to 6. So these plants were premium and she's selling in 30 euros each. So total money will be equals to, total money will be equals to 6 cross of 30, that will be equals to 180 euros. Okay, this is not money, student, this is total number of plants. Okay, this is total money. So this is independent question. So for this you will be getting, for this part you will be scoring B1, and for this, and this is independent question as well, so you will be scoring M1 and A1 for this part. Method, for method you will be getting M1, for this you will be getting accuracy part 1, A1. Okay, now let's move to the next question. Yeah, in the next question they have told, they have given us a circle with a center O, we need an even DAB is equals to 48. Work out the size of the obtuse angle DOB. Means this is what they are asking for, means obtuse angle DOB. So don't get confused, many of the student will calculate means the acute part. So this is obtuse part. Okay, so for this part, what we need to do, it is simply angle DOB will be equals to 48 cross of 2. How I have directly written it here, students. Why is this so? Because give a reason for your answer. So the reason here will be angle subtended by any triangle on the circumference of the circle will be half of the angle subtended by that line on center. So this is the reason. Okay, even if you want to write, you can write like this: angle at a center will be equals to 2 times of angle made at the circumference. Okay, this is the simple property, students, theorem based property question it is. So this is the reason. So angle at the center will be 2 times of angle made at the circumference. So this is, students, this will be 96. Okay, so if this part is 96, angle DOB obtuse part, so what will be this part? So it will be DOB interior, this angle, what will be this? So angle DOB, the interior angle, if I'm talking about, so it will be 360 degree negative of 96. Okay, so for this we need to calculate 360 negative of 96. So I think it will be equals to 264. So this is 264, students, this angle 264. So same property we need to apply, because they have asked the angle size of BCD, means this part they are asking. So again same property, the angle subtended at the center will be 2 times at the 2 times of the angle subtended at the circumference of the circle. So it will be equals to this part, angle BCD will be equals to 1 by 2 times of angle BOD. Okay, don't get confused. And 1 by 2 times of 264 will be equals to 132 degrees. Same reason will be given, that angles at the center will be equals to 2 times of angle made at the circumference. Okay, so what majority of the students will do, they will directly make the half of this angle and they will be writing it here. So we need to see that interior angle should be here, which while calculating this problem. Okay, students, so let's move to the next part. Yeah, now we need to show that give in the question that 0.378, it is the repetitive word, repetitive number. So non-terminating repeating number, it is 25 by 66. Okay, this is the repeating part. So if I suppose this non-terminating repeating number as x. Okay, so if I say this is x, so if I multiply 10 into this, so it will be 3.787878. This is how it will go on. So it will be equals to 10x. Okay, now again if I multiply 1000 in this case, so it will be equals to 3.378 is there. So I multiplied 10 times of x, that will be equals to 3.7878. Just we need to divide this number, means subtract this number. No, we can't subtract it. Now what we need to do, this is first equation and this is second equation. Now in the first equation itself we need to multiply 1000, so it will be equals to 378.7878 dot. So 1000 of x, I multiplied 1000 into the first equation. So now subtracting equation number 3 and equation number 2. Equation number 3 negative of equation number 2. So it will be equals to, on the left hand side it will be equals to 378 negative of 3, and on the right hand side it will be equals to 1000x negative of 10x, that will be equals to 990. Here it will be equals to 375 equals to 990x. Okay, so from here we can say that x will be equals to 375 upon 990. Okay, so so we need to calculate this and we'll be getting our final solution. So we'll be getting okay, and again what we need to do, from 3 if I say, so it will be equals to 25 upon 66. I'm dividing it by 3. So this is the value which they were looking for, and this is the solution, students. We have shown it. So since they have asked us to show this part, so we'll be getting only the marks on methods, that is M1, and accuracy is will not be calculated here because already the solution was given in the question. Now in the 17 part, they have told that t is inversely proportional to root of m. Now I'll be taking different pen here, students. T is inversely proportional to 1 by root of m. It is given in the question. And t is equals to 15 when m is equals to 36. If this sign of improportionality gets removed, so it will be equals to t equals to k by root m. Now what we need to do, we need to plug in these values. So t will be 15 and k I don't know, we don't know, and for m it is 36, so it will be root of 36. So from here we can say k will be equals to 6 times of 15. Okay, because 36, root of 36 is 6, so k will be equals to 90. Okay, so write the formula for t in terms of m. So it will be equals to t equals to k times So k time will be 90 upon root m. We are plugging this value, so it will be equals to root m. This is the final solution for this question, students. This is how we need to solve it. We have just plugged in the values here. Now let's move to the next question. Yeah. Okay. Type of Venn diagram is given here, students. 40 total number of students is also mentioned, that is 40. And okay, total students are mentioned. So what we can do, we can add all the numbers here which is given in the data. 7 plus of 2x plus of 4x, even this data will also be get counted, will be equals to 14. That will be equals to 40. From here what we need to do, we just need to add it. So if we add it, so we'll be getting 7x on the left hand side plus of, means we'll be getting 12 plus of 14, that will be equal to 26 equals to 40. From here we'll be getting the value of x equals to 40 negative of 26 will be equals to 14, so it will be equals to 2. So the value of x we are getting as 2. Now in the question, in the this part only, they have told that one of these student is selected at random. Work out the probability that this student studies Latin or Sanskrit. What will be the probability? Okay, Latin or Sanskrit. So if I say how many number of students are learning Latin, so you'll be getting the data from here, that will be 5 plus of x. Now x is 2, so the total number of data for students who are learning Latin will be 7. Similarly for Sanskrit it will be 4x plus of 2x, okay, who are learning only Sanskrit. So this will be 6x. So plugging the value of x equals to 2 here, we'll be getting 12. Now we can add these numbers for learning Latin and Sanskrit. So total number of students learning Latin or Sanskrit. So total students learning Latin or Sanskrit will be equals to 7 plus of 12. 7 plus of 12 will be equals to 19, and the data total means total number of students given here is 40. So probability of students who are learning Latin or Sanskrit will be equals to 19 upon 40, where 19 is the favorable number of favorable outcomes, and 40 is the total number of outcomes. Okay, so this is our solution, student. 19 by 40. Okay, let's move to the next question. Now in the next part they have told that in the function f and g are such that, okay, the first part is that find g3. So it's a basic question. We'll be plugging the value of x equals to 3 here, so g3 will be equals to, in place of x we'll be plugging x equals to 3, so it will be 3 on 2 cross of 3 will be 6, negative of 1 will be 5, so g3 will be 3 by 5. Now in the next part, gfx. So first for gfx, this we need to calculate. So what we need to do, in gx we need to place the value of x with fx. So those who are not getting, what I'll do, see, 2 times of fx negative 1. This is what they meant. Okay, means in gx data fx will be inserted, will be placed on the value of x. So fx will be 3x negative of 2 upon 2 times of 3x negative of 2 negative of 1. So it will be equals to 3x negative of 2 upon 6x negative of 4 negative 1. It will be equals to 3x negative of 2 upon 6x negative of 5. Okay, so this is the solution for this question, students. 19 number. So now let's move to the same we'll be getting, since this is an independent part, so you'll be getting b1 here, and mark will be, for method you will be scoring m1, but for this part you'll be scoring m1 here, students. M1 and a1. Accuracy will be calculated for this part. So it will be 3x negative of 2 upon 6x negative 5. So you'll be getting E1. And for this method, you will be scoring M1. Now let's move to the next part. In the next part, student, they have given a certain quadratic equation, and the solution of this equation are given by, okay, we know that what is the quadratic formula. So x is equals to negative of b plus minus of under root of b square minus of 4ac upon 2a. This is the quadratic formula. So just what we need to do, we need to compare these two equations. Okay, we need to compare these two equations. So b here is from b will be equals to 4. Okay, and it is also, we can see here also that b here is 4. Now if I say this part 2 root 39, how this could be written? It could be written 39 cross of 4. I've taken 2 inside the root, which will be equals to 156. Okay, we know that root of 156 could be written here. So in place of this, we'll be writing 100 root of 156, which will be equals to b square negative of 4ac. So 156 will be equals to b square negative of 4ac. 156 and b is from this part will be equals to 16 negative of 4ac. So from here we can say 4ac will be equals to negative of 4ac will be equals to negative of, yes, 16 156. Let me do it. So I think it will be 140, yes. So 140, negative of 140. So AC will be equals to, if I calculate it further, it will be negative times of, so 35. So AC will be equals to negative of 35. Okay. From this part, students, if I calculate if I see the denominator part, so it is equals to 2a and here it is 10. So 2a will be equals to 10. So from a here will be 5. Okay, so if a is 5, so we'll be plugging this value here. So we'll be getting the value of c equals to negative of 35 by 5, which will be equals to 7. So c we are getting as negative of 7. Okay, students, so a is 5 and c is negative 7. So for this question, the solution here will be a will be 5, c will be negative 7, and b we have calculated 4. Just we need to calculate, we need to compare two of the equations. Okay, so for again same process. For this you will be scoring M1, and for this you will be getting accuracy part, you will be scoring A1. Let's move to the next question. 22. A curve C has an equation they have given us, and at 2 points on C the gradient is 11, and the 2 points of the equation is also mentioned here. So let's do it. Yeah, so y is equals to x cube negative of 16x plus of 7. If I take the differentiation of this part, so we'll be getting dy by dx will be equals to 3x square negative of 16. Now in the question they have told that gradient is 11, so we'll be placing dy by dx equals to 11. So 3x square negative of 16, so it will be equals to 27 equals to 3x square. From here we can say 9 is equals to x square. So the possible value of x will be plus minus of 3. This is the value of x. Okay, we just need to plug in the value of x equals to plus 3 and negative 3 in the given equation. So if x is equals to positive 3, so y will be equals to 3 cubed negative of 16 cross 3 plus of 7, which will be equals to 3 cubed 27 negative of 48 plus of 7. So for this we are getting 27 negative of 48 plus of 7 that is equals to -14. So -14. And if we are plugging x equals to -3, so we'll be getting y equals to -3 whole cube, negative of 16, negative of 3, plus of 7. So it will be negative of 27, plus of 48, plus of 7. So for this we are getting negative 27 plus 48 plus of 7, that will be equals to 28. So 28. So what are the 2 points possible, students? If I see the coordinates here, so 3 comma -14, and for this coordinate will be -3 comma 28. Okay, now equation of the form is y is equals to ax plus of b. Okay, we need to calculate the possible values of b here, students. So if I say, okay, how we know that what is the formula for the tangent that will be given by y negative of y1 equals to m times m cross of x negative of x1. This is the formula for calculating the equation of tangent. So we'll be using this formula only. So for this part, y negative of -14 will be equals to m, that will be m x negative of 3. So from here we can see y plus of 14 will be equals to m, that is 11. In the question gradient is already mentioned, equals to x negative 3. Y plus of 14 will be equals to 11x negative of 33. So from here we can see that y will be equals to 11x, and for this part it will be equals to, and 47. Yeah, so we are getting this equation, first equation, if I say. Okay, similarly for this coordinate, if I calculate same process, y negative of y1, that is 28, is equals to m, again the slope is 11 here, x negative of -3, that will be equals to +3. So y negative of 28 is equals to 11x plus of 33. So if I say, so it will be y equals to 11x plus of 28 plus of 33. So it will be equals to 61. Okay, so this is the second equation, students, which we are getting. Now we need to compare these two equations, that is y equals to ax plus b. If I compare this part and this part, this equation and this equation, so from here the value, one of the possible values of b will be -47, and from here one of the possible value of the b will be 61. So b will be equals to -47, and b can be also equals to 61. Okay, so this is how we need to calculate. Now let's move to the next part. Okay, in this question, student, the similarity condition is already given in the question above. So okay, we know that if we are having any particular side, so a1 by a2, if this is the side of any two similar figure, so their area will be a1 by a2 whole square, and their volume will be a1 by a2 whole cube. Okay, so here you can see that shape p and shape q, their area is given. So if I want to calculate the side of this particular shape, so let's do it. a1 by a2, 200 by 450 root. Okay, this is what, okay, don't get confused, wait, I'll do it again for you. I'll explain this to you for you. This is the ratio of side, this is the ratio of area, this is the ratio of volume. This is already mentioned in the book that if we have the ratio of a side, so its square will be equals to the ratio of area, and its cube will be equals to ratio of volume. So from here, if I say what will be the, yeah, p and q areas are given, so we can find the ratio of the side. So just we need to take the square root. So for this, if I say what will be the side, So let's say side of P upon side of Q will be equals to root of 200 by 450. So 4 by 9, that will be equals to 2 by 3. Okay, so we have got the side here, students. Ratio of the sides, that is 2 by 3. I have told you that if we have ratio of the sides, so it will be equals to 3. Means if I take the cube of this, so it will be the ratio of the volume will good fine. So we'll apply these two relationship here. So it will be 2 by 3 equals to, already it is given here, so it is 672 upon, we don't know the volume of Q, so volume of Q is not given, and here it will be Q. So it will be 8 by 27 will be equals to 672 by volume of Q. So from here volume of Q we are getting as, we need to calculate here. So we are getting it as 2268. Okay, so centimeter cube, don't forget to mention it. But this is the relation, this is the solution. You'll be getting method, for this method you will be scoring M1, and for the accuracy part you will be scoring A1. Student, this is how we need to solve this problem. Now let's move to the next part. In this part, okay, n correct to 1 decimal places, correct to 1 decimal places, so it will be 10.25. okay, this n will lie between 10.25 to 10.35. Similarly, if I say about p correct to 2 decimal places, so it will lie between 7.24, negative of 0.005, and this is p 7.24 plus of 0.00. It will lie between these 2 points, so it will be equals to 7.235 for 2 decimal point. It will be 7.245. okay, this is the range for p. Similarly, if I calculate it for q, so q will lie between 4.39, negative of 0.005, and 4.39 plus of 0.005. It will be equals to 4.385 less than or equal to q less than or equal to 4.395. okay, this is the range of the p and q we have calculated. And n, it is very easy, so it will lie between correct 1 decimal places if I say it, so it will lie in the range of 10.3 negative of 0.05. so I'll write it for you, 10.3 negative of 0.05, and the largest possible value will be 10.3 plus of 0.05. so this is how I got it. So work out the value of d to find the suitable degree of accuracy. So if I say that how we'll calculate it, okay, so d here in this case is given by n by p negative of q. So n, if I calculate this value, students, so suitable degree of accuracy, so if I say n, so we are calculating the maximum possible value of d. So for maximum, n should be maximum, numerator should be maximum, that is equals to 10.35. For denominator, this denominator should be less, okay, then only the maximum value of d is possible. For being for denominator to be less, what should we insert the value of p and q? So for denominator to be minimum, we need to calculate, so we'll be taking the largest part of the p negative of the lowest part of the Q, sorry, the maximum part of the Q. So it will be equals to 4.395. Okay, this is possible for the case of means for maximum value of D. Similarly, if I say the minimum value of D, for minimum value of D, what should we take the value of Dn? So it should be 10.25 on P negative of Q. So for minimum, the denominator should be minimum. The denominator should be maximum. Here the denominator will be minimum, then only the largest value of D will be possible. Now in this part, the denominator must be maximum. So for maximum, what we need to do, 7 negative of 7.235 negative of for this to be maximum, we need to take the maximum possible value, that will be 4.385. Okay students, so this is the range for this question. So what will be the range for this part? So we need to calculate it, and we'll be getting the value of a degree of accuracy. So it will lie between these two parts. Okay. So you can calculate the values here, and you'll be getting the range of D. Okay. Okay. So if I say that what will be the value, so we are getting this value as 3.6. Yeah. So for this we are getting 3.6. Students, comment in the box for this value. Okay. Don't get confused what should be taken for the denominator and what should be taken for the numerator. Okay. Now let's move to the next part. Yeah, they have given a certain arithmetic series. The first term is given as 10, so a will be equals to 10. 20th term of the series is 86, so a20 will be equals to 86. So applying the general formula of arithmetic progression, so we'll be getting a plus of 19d equals to 86. So a here is 10, so plugging the value of 8, 10, 19d will equals to 86. 19d will be equals to 86, negative of 10 will be equals to 76. So d here we are getting as 4. D here is we are getting as 4. Now the sum of the first n terms of the series is 5194. We know this is the formula of sum of n terms of series. So it is given by this formula. Okay, so n we are not aware, so by 2, and 2a is given here, that is 10 plus of n negative of 1 cross of d, that is 4, will be equals to sum is given by 5194. So here we can say that 5194 cross of 2 will be equals to n cross of 20 plus of 4 negative 4n negative of 4. So we can calculate it here. So we are getting the value of 5194 cross of 2, that is 8. 10,388, and here we'll be getting n in the bracket, it will be 16, so it will be 16n plus of 4n square. Okay, so 4n square plus of 16n equals to 10,388. So just we need to do, yeah, we'll be dividing whole equation by 4, so we are getting here 2597 equals to 4n plus of n square. So what is the equation we are getting? N square plus of 4n negative of 2597. Now v equals to 0. So from here we can even apply the formula of quadratic equation, or we can factorize. For factorization we need to take the LCM of 2597. So we'll be taking the LCM of 2597 like this, and we need to factorize and make the sum of the middle term equals to such that their product is equal to 2597. So we are getting this value n square plus of 53n, negative of 49n, negative of 2597 equals to 0. So here n is common, so it will be n plus of 53. Negative of 49 is common, so it will be n plus of 53 equals to 0. From here we can see that n plus of 53 cross of n negative of 49 is equals to 0. So the possible value of n is equals to 49 and not 53. Not 53. Why is this so? Because we are getting this value as negative 53, which is not possible, students. So this value will not be considered even it is, because it is negative and a number of terms could not be negative. So only this value will be possible. This value will not be possible. So n will be equals to 49. Okay, students. Now let's move to the next question, which is the last question. Yeah, coming to the next question, that is based on the mensuration, area and volume. So they have given us a student a cone, and they have also told that the density of the cone copper is 9 gram per centimeter cube, and cone is of copper, means with this statement, and the hemisphere is made from the different metal. Okay, let's attempt this question. So for this cone, student, means radius will be x and the height will be 5x. Similarly, for this sphere, radius will be x. It is clearly visible to us. So we know that what will be the volume of this solid. So volume of the total volume of the solid is given 504 pi centimeter cube. So volume of the solid will be 504 pi centimeter cube. So this solid is made up of cone and hemisphere. So volume of a cone plus volume of a hemisphere will be equals to 504 pi. So we know what is volume of a cone, students. It is given by 1 by 3 pi r square h. So 1 by 3 pi r square h. R here is x, so it will be x square. Cross of h is 5x. Plus of volume of hemisphere, students, it is 2 by 3 pi r cube. 2 by 3 pi r cube. R again, it is x cube equals to 504 pi. Okay, students. So this is the equation which we are getting. We can see that pi is common in all the means in left hand side and right hand side. It will get cancelled out. So in the left hand side, we'll be having 5x cube by 3 plus of 2 by 3 x cube equals to 504 pi. Sorry, pi this got cancelled with all the means in all the equation. So on the left hand side, it will be 7 by 3 x cube equals to 504. Okay, so from here we'll be calculating the value of x cube, that will be 504 cross of 3 by 7. Okay, so it is coming 72. X cube is equals to 216. So the value of x will be 6 centimeters. Okay, this is the value of x. Now what we need to do, we'll be calculating the individual volumes. Okay, so what will be the volume of a cone, student? Volume of a cone will be 1 by 3 pi r square h. Pi r will be, r was x, so it will be x cross of x, that is 6 cross of 6 cross of h, that will be 30. Okay, we are plugging the value of x here, students. So we'll be getting certain values, so I'll be doing it. So we are getting 636, so 360 pi. Okay, this is the volume of a cone. Similarly, what will be the volume of a hemisphere? Volume of the hemisphere, it will be 2 by 3 pi r cube. So 2 by 3 pi r cube means x cube. It will be 216. So it will be 4 and 14, 144 pi. This is the volume of a sphere, and this is the volume of a volume of a cone, and this is volume of a sphere. Now we know that the density of the copper is mentioned here, that is 9 gram per centimeter cube. We know that what is density, students? Density is given by mass upon volume. Okay, density is given by mass upon volume. So copper, the density is already given. Mass of the solid, mass of the cone is not, we are not having the mass of cone, so it will be represented by mass. M means M subscript is C, and volume of a cone already we have written, that is 360 pi. So from here we can say that mass of the cone will be 360 into 9. It will be equals to 324 naught, 324 naught pi. Okay, this is the mass of a cone. Mass of the cone. Okay. Total mass of the solid is given 4752, and we have calculated mass of the cone. So what will be the mass of hemisphere? Mass of the hemisphere will be total mass of the solid negative of 4752 pi negative of 3240 pi. Okay, this will be the mass of the hemisphere. So 4752 negative of 3240 will be 1512 pi. This is the mass of the hemisphere, which I have represented it by M subscript is H. So mass of the hemisphere we have calculated. Now come again. Okay, we need to calculate the density of the hemisphere. Again, density of the hemisphere will be equals to mass the hemisphere upon volume of the hemisphere, in which we know that mass of the hemisphere we have calculated 1512 pi. Upon volume of the hemisphere also we have calculated that it was 144. So it will be 144 pi. This pi and this pi got cancelled. So it will be equals to 144. 1512 divided by 144, we are getting it as 10.5 gram per centimeter cube. Okay, students. So this is the density of the hemisphere, which they were asking us to calculate. Okay, for this method you will be scoring M1, and again for this you will be scoring DM1, because this is the dependent mark, which you don't need to know, but I'm just telling you. And for this already, okay, means we have calculated this value, so for accuracy part you will be getting A1 here. So this is how this this question need to be attempted. So this was the last question, students. So we have done this paper, and we'll be coming more with the previous year examination papers and recent year examination papers. So if you have any doubt, or you are facing any problem, or you want me to solve any paper, so you can connect with me on my email, official email ID, that is phyma@gmail.com, PHYMA SPACE@gmail.com. So I'll be solving that question paper for you. And we are also making the series of different challenging concepts and previous year questions, which could be found in my playlist link. So you can browse it and have a look on these questions. And hope you like my videos, students. So stay connected. Thank you.